Hey there YouTube, it's Trace the Transformer and the Lost and Found, and I just thought I'd give you a little bit of a life update, tiny house update, and let you know where I've been for about the last 5 or 6 months. So I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of lightly raining right now. I'm up here in the loft of the Lost and Found, of my tiny house. This is a recessed lighting box behind me, both of these are. So I've got I've got all of my rough electrical in, but I wanted to give everybody a little bit of an update about kind of what's been going on and why the videos have been a little bit MIA lately. So due to kind of unforeseen circumstances, the tiny house has moved again. It's now in its third location. One of the questions I get asked a lot is where I'm headed next, and my tiny house is pretty large, and with its French doors and a lot of things that are built into it, it's not really meant to move often. It's just moved often lately because of necessity, but here pretty soon, once it's moved again, I hope its next location will be where it sets for a few years. Another reason I've been kind of MIA for the last few months is on October 15th, I had top surgery with Dr. Mosser in San Francisco at the Gender Confirmation Clinic, and I've been recovering from that, and so now I'm thankfully kind of recovered to the point where I could get back to physically being able to work on the tiny house. So that's one of the reasons I've kind of been gone for a while, is I've been having a lot of downtime recovering from that, and I think I'll go into that in a separate video. I'll do another video about my top surgery and what all happened. I actually had a complication with my top surgery and had to go back in a week after surgery and have a second surgery to fix a hematoma and a bleed in my right side of my chest. But I'm recovering great now. Everything's going wonderful. I'm in really, really good spirits, and I'm really happy. Could not be happier about the results. I also dated someone briefly in that time period. A really awesome young lady that lives in LA. She's a pretty predominant member of the community, so I will spare her mentioning her name, but she's a really cool person, and I'm really grateful for the time that I was able to spend with her. Unfortunately, coming out of top surgery, I kind of thought we would be hanging out, but that didn't really work out. So there for a short period of time, I was making some trips to Los Angeles, back and forth, and that may have slowed progress a little bit, but it was well worth it. So lighting's kind of hard in here right now because I don't have anything over all of my windows, and I have quite a few windows. But the tiny house is moving forward. In my next video, I hope to have the tiny house finished. Like I mentioned before, rough electrical is finished, rough plumbing is finished. I plan on starting installation of the walls and the ceilings and installing the walls and the ceilings in the next 2 days or so. This rain is kind of slowing me up a little bit, trying not to haul insulation in the bed of my truck in the rain because it kind of goes from drizzling to raining pretty hard pretty quickly, so I don't want to damage any of my materials. So if I wait a couple days, hopefully I can move forward with that without any complications, and the interior will start wrapping up. The exterior is almost finished. There's a run of siding around the top that needs to be put on, and I've obviously got to get the trim up since the siding's not quite completed yet. But once the trim is up and the siding is completed, the exterior is finished as well. So I think that's kind of it for right now. The tiny house is moving forward. Don't worry, it has not stopped. Took a brief break there for a second, but we are definitely still on it. I'm definitely still planning on completing it. Hopefully by the end of February 2019, which is this month, I will pretty much have it completed. My brother's working on the cabinets in the kitchen for me, and so things are really moving forward. I have most of my materials here. I just really need to put everything together. So wish me luck, wish you luck, and see you next time. Take care of each other.